Now, I just learned that there's a much simpler and much more elegant way of implementing this text switching effect. So I'm just documenting here for future reference. So I'll just go into the unit, find the SVG text, go in there, and this is what we had previously set up. And it's working, but I learned there's this thing called the memory node. What it does is when you give it an input, let's say 6, it consumes that input and then gives you that output, just like that. And there's a way we can implement this in here to reduce a lot of the timing complexity we have going on down here. So I'll just duplicate some of these nodes. Make sure I have this selected and this selected and this selected. Then I'll duplicate that. Disconnect this and have them separate like this. This can go back. So we want to re-implement this mechanism over here and make it look a lot simpler and a lot more elegant. So the first thing I'll do is disconnect all of these and then see which I'll keep and which I will discard. So I'll remove the constants for this iteration. I'll remove the weight and the timer. Okay, so let's just start with the switch. Starting with the switch, I'm going to make the inputs into constants, just like that. And we have our output here. No, this is an output. This is the input. So we have that. I'm going to add a delay. Then I'll put this into A and set this to, say, 2 seconds. So now it will wait 2 seconds and then give that output. Sorry, it consumed the time, so I'll say 2000 and also convert this into a constant, just like that. And then here's where I'll use that memory node, because you see it consumes the input and then gives it out as the output. So this is the mechanism we'll use to automate that switching. So if I plug this here, when the data comes in here, it's immediately consumed and displayed in the output. And then after the next delay, the next input comes through. And here you see we have just a lot fewer nodes than this whole thing going on here. We are kind of doing some trickery with some double timing here and here. So I'm just going to select these. I'll exclude the inputs, and then I will exclude the output. Then I'm just going to long press there, and we have our mechanism tightly wrapped into just a single unit node. So we can take this, detach this whole mess. We can delete it, and then we'll take this output and plug it into here. So that looks just a lot neater, and our effect is still intact. So I just wanted to document this for future reference. I hope it was useful, and do show me if you play around with Unit, if you experiment with this thing. I'd like to see the things that you discover. I'll see you in the next one.